All right. What's going on? How you doing? Bikram, G Money, Ricky, Andrew, what's going on? Make sure you guys like, subscribe the video, and sub to our page if you guys like these videos. Give it a thumbs up too. What's up, Guggen? How you doing? The short squeeze continues. So FOMC's done, out of the way. Most of the binary stuff's out of the way. We have Amazon, Apple earnings coming up right now. I will go into those charts, so be a little surprised when we get there. Other than that, the market is squeezing. We have filled all the gaps. I told you guys weeks ago how we act once we fill these gaps will determine the next move. Right now, we blew right through the gap. Yesterday, they closed it at an area where it was very, very tricky whether they just wanted to gap fill or dump it the next day or gap fill and continue the next day. Obviously, we got that continuation. They didn't give a shit about GDP numbers. This morning was all consolidation. The first, I think, 45 minutes of the day, they did pull back. They pulled it back. All they did, literally, they didn't even take it to yesterday's supports or resistances. They just pulled it back because it was a little too hot here. So they pulled it back, cooled off all the RSIs, stochastics, everything. What's up, Isaac? And then continued the rip. So the short squeeze continues. There's a lot of bears stuck in bad positions. I am one of them. I told you guys I still have my Etsy, I still have my C puts, and I still have my VGK puts. What I do when I'm in puts like that, I do not average down until I think it's time to average down. I will scalp around it to keep my account green, and that's just how I plan it. If you guys cannot do that, have a stop loss. Have a hard stop loss, sell it at your stop loss, and that's it. And SPY is ripping after hours. That means Apple probably beat or Amazon probably beat. QQQ, there it goes. We had a double top on QQQ we were watching from the other day. Yesterday, as I said, SPY took out the highs where XLF and QQQ had a double top here at 308.55 was the level. 308.55, had a little alert there. Took it out with a hammer candle, and now it looks like Amazon or Apple, one of the two or both of them beat, and it looks good. And we blew through that double top, and everything looks bullish at the moment. So here's XLF also breaking through that double top. We had a double top at 33.16 to the penny yesterday. Broke through it today with a nice little hammer. Came down and tested support first and then ripped right through it. So everything is looking bullish for sure. We have some stuff that I'll point out right away. Soon, IWM looks great as well. We got some resistance coming up above. I don't know why there's so many lines there. They're from somewhere. But we'll go over RUT. RUT is clear with cars levels. VIX, again, I don't know what's going on. VIX probably broken or something because the market's been ripping for 2 days and VIX is barely going down. We're still at a 22 handle here on VIX. With that kind of rip, we should be under 20. I don't know. I told you guys I do not think in any circumstance in this macro environment that VIX will go under 20. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're just lagging it behind right here. But as you guys see, they are killing off volatility. It's very controlled. Very slow burn here on volatility. I do not think they break under VIX 20. But other than that, they can still rally as long as they want to here. SPX, one thing to watch is this anchored VWAP from March highs. So if you guys know what anchored VWAP is, it's just another tool in your belt. It's not something to take trades off of or base your whole trade on it. But as you guys see here, from the March rally highs, we have a little anchored VWAP that matches up right with today's high. So that's one thing. Another thing is US, this is the RUT. This is a cash index, so you can watch it 24/7. We were breaking through very key levels here on RUT. We broke through 1870, the next level up. I don't know where this 1888 is from, but the white lines are Kara's levels, so 1920 is a big move up possible still. As long as RUT stays over 1870 now, we're going to be looking for a move to the upper end of 1920. Bonds showed it this morning. There was a dip this morning. Everyone was getting excited. I too jumped in some SPX calls before open, which paid very nicely. And I jumped in some Tesla puts with Yash when he called it out. Those paid pretty nice as well, and my day was pretty much done in the morning. Hung out with family a bit, came back later today. I tried a short on ES at 40.75. We'll go over that in a bit and my reasoning behind that. But as you guys see here, bonds right from the open straight until 10 o'clock, straight parabolic, whereas SPY this morning from the open was straight down. So 10 o'clock right here marked the bottom almost on stocks. Where did we get? We got a bottom at 10.20. Bonds stopped ripping at about 10.20. So right about there. So you guys can use this correlation next time. No one will teach you guys this. This is a big correlation. If bonds are ripping, usually the market will not tank. So there's another more proof of it today. As you guys see here, bonds were ripping straight up. SPY was ripping straight down. You should have been looking to buy the dip today. In hindsight, obviously. So keep that tool in the back of your mind there. If bonds are ripping, very unlikely we get a downtrend day. When everything lines up together, that's when you get a downtrend day. When bonds are dumping and markets dumping and the dollar's ripping, and a couple other things, of course, that can line up for a downtrend day. But for right now, you guys see the difference between the bonds and SPY this morning, and in hindsight, it was a clear reversal coming. Apple up barely, almost $1 here after hours. I mean, they must have beat earnings because it's already ran up so much into this earnings. It probably needed a very good number. You guys see here, it's approaching the 200-day moving average, which is at 158.83. Don't underestimate these rallies. These short squeeze rallies can go longer than you can stay solvent. So if you are too large in shorts, you might want to stop out at your stops instead of hoping and praying that it comes back down. Tesla very strong today as well. We got back to the 844. We were taking out highs from yesterday. Perfect bull flag, perfect breakout. Everything's perfect on Tesla right now as far as bulls go. And we have next resistance up here at around 865 I see on Tesla. So we're closing above last week's highs. Very bullish. 865 next as long as we hold above 835 on Tesla. Okay, and Amazon ripped it. Okay, Amazon's going up $15, almost 12%. So Amazon definitely crushed it. I think I haven't even read their earnings. I've been on here. I'm sure their cloud company service just absolutely smashed it. So Apple's up, base sympathy on Amazon. Amazon is also carrying up the QQQ. Amazon is also carrying up the SPY after hours. And I have to look into the numbers, but they look pretty good from the price action so far. We got Etsy here. So Etsy, I am still in puts for August 19th. They are down quite a bit, obviously. We had a huge gap up today. Last time we had earnings, this does not mean that this is going to play out again. This is just what I'm looking at. I have a very regular size, like for me, I put in my AMD and IWM profits from the scalps earlier this week. We preach position sizing at MSL for a reason. Trades can go against you. It doesn't mean you have to hold them to zero. Stop out if you need to. Depending on your position size, depending on your account size. Again, I'm scalping around these. I don't really mind. And if I do see a toppy pattern or something that indicates to me that tops in, I will actually add to them, average down, and I'll probably get out break even or even for a win. So that's just how I manage my positions. I suggest you guys find what's comfortable for you. Other than that, Etsy here, we see 3 days straight run up into earnings. This was the earnings day, a big, if that happens tomorrow, obviously I'm going to be a very happy guy. If it doesn't, then we're probably going to have to take a loss on these puts or manage it as you wish. I'm going to manage it as I do. Other than that, we see the same thing here. We got a big 3-day rip into earnings. Earnings day, we're up 9.86%. Let's see what tomorrow brings. If it does this exact same pattern as last time, which was a 3 days up, and then the next day was a big, big red day. So let's see what Etsy has for tomorrow, and then we'll decide what to do with that one. See as well, the banks, it's holding up very, very good, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very bullish. It's forming a bull flag, but the longer it takes to break up out of this bull flag, the more bearish it becomes. Why do I say that? Key example, SPY right here in May. You guys see big run. Went sideways for about a week and then just a complete collapse. So maybe we get that same reaction, maybe we don't. Just make sure your position sizing is right. Make sure you add like I do. I showed you guys how I manage my positions all the time. I added at 25 cents. Got my average under 30. I sold those ones that I added for 25 cents for 32 cents, which is about 30%. And then now I'm green in the trade, plus I got my average down, plus everything's just, life's rosy for me. So that's how I manage, even if I'm wrong on the position at the beginning, I manage it that way. Other than that, C, you guys see, let's see if we get that collapse. Wow, I said C so many times there. One trade I did take in the afternoon, the only trade I took actually was ES. As I showed you guys, I had a big resistance at 40.75. Sorry, it's been a long day. Had a big resistance at 40.75 on SPX. I used that level on ES basically. I just traded with the same level. 40.75 was about this upper line, I think I got short right about here. So I got short here at 150. The reason being, I thought that was going to be the high for the day. They chopped it up, they chopped it up, they chopped it up. They took my stop, and then they just completely marked that as the high of the day. Obviously, after hours with Amazon earnings, we have taken out that high. Next level up on SPX, you guys can mark it off with me if you guys got your internet browsers on. The next level I have right here, let's see this. I think I said 40.75. I delete my drawings because it's too hard to see this. Oh, we're going down, guys. Apple missed. I'm telling you right now, I didn't even look at anything. Apple missed. Nope. Which resistance did we take out? So for some reason, small caps are pulling back here, even though Apple's going up. That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that, why that's happening. Amazon and Apple crushed, looks like. Okay. Other than that, let's see what happens tomorrow. Aaron Chow, what's going on? Ricky, yeah, I do.